Hey, VB Nation. Well, the market's got a lot of hopium going on. A lot of hopium because there's a lot of people that feel that the Fed is going to pause rates in June. And if that happens, that should give a nice shot in the arm for the market to rise. And if that's the case, what kinds of stocks should you be looking at? Growth stocks. Growth stocks are a little bit more aggressive, but they have the propensity to jump up in price pretty quickly for people looking to make money in the market. So this is going to be the second video of this video series looking at different types of stocks to accommodate all different types of investors in the market. Last week we did dividend stocks. This week we're going to be doing growth stocks, but in the coming weeks we're going to do high yielding stocks, blue chip stocks, speculative stocks for you more speculators out there, REITs, commodities, and value stocks. So let me know in the chat if you like this layout that we have for the next upcoming weeks, showing you how to use the VectorVest system to find these kinds of stocks, because all of these stocks have specific characteristics to look for, and the power of the VectorVest system can put those stocks at your fingertips in a snap. So we do the work, you reap the rewards. But let me know in the chat if you like this series. It's going to cover about the next 6-7 weeks or so of the different types of stocks and how to use the VectorVest system to find these stocks. All right, here's my list of my top 5 growth stocks for you at this time. Before you do anything, always check to see what the market's doing. You always want to buy with the trend of the market. Keep that in mind. The trend is up, it's okay to place these trades. I'm going to show you when to get in. And once you're in, I'm going to also show you how to manage these trades. But if the market is trending lower, then you want to wait on these stocks. But because they're a little bit more aggressive, you may want to dip your toe in the water and take some of these plays, but always understand you're going against the trend of the market and that it is a little bit more of an aggressive play. Let's talk about our mantra. As a VectorVest employee, as an instructor, teacher, educator, we have a mantra. Our mantra is to have you buy safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price in a rising market. The rising market part of it is so important. Make sure you're buying along with the trend of the market. We give a value for every stock in our database. It's an intrinsic value of what we feel the stock is currently worth. We want you primarily to be in undervalued stocks because undervalued stocks tend to rise to meet value over time. Overvalued stocks may not be a bad play, but tends to show that over time, overvalued stocks will fall in price to meet value. That's why we want you in undervalued stocks. You'll notice that each and every one of these stocks that I've shown today are undervalued. Let's look at the safe part. Out of the 5 stocks, only 1 stock has a relative safety above 1. It's a safety factor on the stock. But because I'm willing to give up a little bit of safety on these stocks that have a little bit more upside because they're more aggressive, I'm okay to do that. Because I look at relative value. Relative value looks at a stock's potential to outperform a AAA corporate bond over time, over the next 1 to 3 years. Why is that important? Because if I'm going to get into a more aggressive stock, I want to make sure that it's going to have the ability to outperform the market. In this case, a AAA corporate bond. When I look at Vista Energy, it's got a RV of 1.68. That tells me that over the next 1 to 3 years, this stock should outperform that AAA corporate bond by 68%. If I'm looking for a growth stock, I want to make sure that it's got the ability to outperform the market. So all of these relative values are above the value of 1, and only one of the relative safeties are above 1. When I have a relative value above 1, but a relative safety below 1, that's considered to be a more aggressive stock, which is ideally suited for growth stocks. They are more aggressive. All right, now let's look at another indicator that you'll only find in the VectorVest software. CI, stock's ability to withstand long or lengthy price declines. We all know that stocks go down in price, but when I have a CI factor above the value of 1, these stocks are more resilient downturns or pullbacks. So high CI stocks will pull back, but they have the resiliency to continue moving higher up to the next level. If I'm looking at a growth stock, I want to make sure from a technical standpoint that it has more up days than down days. So I'd like to have CI above 1. So fundamentally, we see that these are more aggressive stocks. We can see that 3 out of the 5 go up more than they go down. Another thing, relative timing. Are these stocks in an uptrend? Well, 2 out of the 5, actually 3 out of the 5 have RTs above 1. What does that mean for the others? And there's reasons why I'm looking at the other 2 stocks. All right. One of the reasons, let's go over to earnings growth rate. As a growth stock, I want to make sure that these stocks are double-digit earners in growth. And look at these, nicely above double digits, 20% or more. Now, one stock has an earnings per share that's negative, but they still are growing their earnings at a clip of 26%. Hopefully, this is going to get less and less bad and at some point in time, be a positive sign. So as I look at these stocks, I'm using the characteristics that I'm looking for to say that these are some of the best growth stocks right now. Are there more in the database? Absolutely. We're tracking 9,000 stocks, over 9,000 stocks. These are some of the ones that I have picked out for you from a growth perspective. But again, make sure that the market's moving in your favor before you pull the trigger. And I'm going to show you how to get into each and every one of those. So those are the characteristics that I was looking for in looking for good quality growth stocks. Let's go to the graphs. Let's go graph them all. Let's go put these on a 3-month graph. Now, as I do this, graphs are worth, a picture is worth 1,000 words. I'm looking at Vista Energy, bottom left, top right, a little volatility in it, but that makes sense with a more aggressive play. I like that we've come off of a level of support. I have 3 and 8 exponential moving averages, but I also have, as a means to manage the trade, only something found in the VectorVest system, the stop price. Now, the stop price is a 13-week moving average adjusted for the fundamentals of the stock. When a stock is fundamentally sound, and let's move this over a little bit, as a stock is fundamentally sound, we look at relative value above 1, relative safety not above 1, but if the stock is fundamentally sound, we'll raise the stop price to keep you in that stock longer. I also like, from a technical standpoint, the 3 exponential moving averages just crossed above the 8. I like that RT is on the move. Now, one thing that concerns me, though, as the stock is moving up, you can see this uptrend from the level of support, volume is falling. I'd keep my eye on it, but I can't fight the tape. Technically, the 3 has gone above the 8. The stop is rising, RT is rising. I would keep this on my radar. When would I get in? I'd get in at 12 cents higher than the high. Make sure that the stock is still running. Once I'm in it, I can either use moving averages to get out, I can use a level of support to get out, or I can use my line in the sand, which is the stop price to get out. Now, as volatile as this stock has been, you'll notice that the stock over the last 3 months has never received a sell recommendation. Even on the pullback here, we stayed above the stop price, and look at that. You were rewarded with your patience. It pulled back again. Are you about to get rewarded for your patience again? Time will tell, but I like this as a growth play. Next stock, let's look at PB&T. Again, coming off a level of support, moving higher. The 3 and the 8 just crossed. I do have headwinds of a level of resistance at 25.48, staying nicely above the stop price. RT is trending higher. Volume is okay in this part because it's in a channel. In a channel, I'm not looking for explosive volume. I'm waiting, though, to see if the stock can break out above this level of resistance. 2 ways to get into this stock. You can either play it 12 cents higher than the most recent high, or wait till it breaks out of this channel and have an opportunity to go up. I do like that the 3 and the 8 have crossed. The last time that happened, where did it stop? Right at that level of resistance. Thus the reason I would really like for you to wait until it gets 12 cents higher than that level of resistance, or if you want to be a little bit more aggressive, 12 cents higher than the high. All right, let's go to the next stock. This is CLH. bottom left, top right, little volatile in the way as well. Down day to day, I wouldn't buy it today. Maybe buy it at this level of this high or wait till it breaks above this level of resistance. I do like that it's above the stop. Hasn't been a sell recommendation the whole 3 months. RT is starting to fall. That makes sense on a down day. It's also creating a little bit of a bearish harami. Let's see if we get followed through tomorrow. If this is a good time for a good growth stock, that bearish harami may not have followed through. All right, let's go to the next stock. Like this. Pulled down, found a level of support, moving up. Let's go draw a freehand line from this low. Definitely moving higher. I love that over the last 2 days broke through 2 levels of resistance. No wick at today's candle. I like the rise in RT. It's gaining momentum. I'd like to see volume pick up, but I've got at least a profit target right now, a price target of about $67.70, about $4, because it's got 2 levels of resistance to get through. No wick at the top. I like that as a growth play. Let's go to the next one. Another one that could be a really good explosive capability. This stock has been a sell and now moved to a hold. 3 cross, big volume, RT is rising. This could be a great time to keep your eye on this stock. Genius, big wick at the top, but the 3 still cross. I'd keep my eye on this. It's a low dollar stock that looks like it wants to get on the rise. So folks, the whole idea of these stocks, characteristics, making sure that they meet specific criteria before you jump on board. 2, make sure that the market's moving in your direction also before you pull the trigger. 3, know your entry price. Make sure that the price is still doing what you want it to do, which is go up in price before you pull the trigger. 4, gotta learn how to count. 4, make sure you know what your stops are going to be. You can either use moving averages to get out, you can use levels of support to get out, or you can use the VectorVest stop price, which really helps you to ensure some level of patience in buying and holding the stock. That stop price is unique to just us and really could save your bacon time and time again. Again, if you like this series of going through these different types of stocks over the next few weeks, let me know in the chat. Folks, I'm trying to provide for you what you want the best way that I can. Folks, this video is over. Until the next time, see ya.
Hey VV Nation, you know that we can analyze any stock in a matter of seconds. Do you want to analyze any of your stocks for free? You want VectorVest to tell you what you really need to know about that stock? Well, you can. If you go to www.vectorvest.com/YTFSA, you can get a free stock analysis on any stock that you're currently holding or are possibly looking at. Folks, what do you have to lose? Do that now and analyze any of your stocks in a matter of seconds.